Okay, so here we are. This is Honors of HonorsYoga doing an interview with Neosha, and we've been working together. Yes. We've been working together for a little while now, and so I wanted to just do an interview with you because I know you've gone through a number of changes and different really interesting experiences that I think it would be good for you to document just for your own self, and also for.
Sorry, I have a question.
Sure.
What do I look? Do I look at the camera?
You're perfect. You're doing perfect right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my first question for you is, what is an energy healing session like? I know you've gone through, maybe 5 or 6 sessions now?
Yeah, about, I want to say 6 or 7.
6 or 7, okay. Yeah, so what's an energy healing session like? If you could just talk about that for a little while.
Okay, so before I ever had a send, I was like, what am I getting myself into? I was nervous. I was afraid. I was like, why would I even need healing energy that moves freely? So I found out that although energy moves freely, you have certain blockages, and the energy can move in another direction where it should not be moving. So, and I guess my first session is when I really found out what the energy healing sessions were really, really about. No, maybe my second session. First and second, one of them. You asked me, what is it like to be lying on this bed, having a session with you around me, walking around me. You know, Sage is under the bed, and the singing bowl, and all the different stones. I like to personally bring in my black tourmaline stone because
black tourmaline in the house.
Yes, it moves. It's a magnet. It just grabs the negative energy, and I like wearing it on my third eye. But what is it like? It's like you're just going into another world, and you're going into your own personal world, and you're just finding out more and more about you and what it is you need to do to continue life's journey, what needs to be out of your way to just maneuver through life. I was able to receive numerous messages throughout all of my sessions, and then you have this residual effect after the session. So a day later or a week later, I'm still receiving the messages. I'm still having the effects. It's still like I'm lying on the bed because these sessions are powerful. I don't know what Honors be doing. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I think he has a secret or something. But sometimes during my sessions, Honors will be at my head or my feet, and I'm like, I feel like he's all over the place. I feel like he's at my head, my feet, both sides, It's like he's all over the place. I'm like, it's more than one Honors right now. I think he's, I don't know what kind of trick he's going, but it's more than him right now. And I kind of like peek out my eye, and I'm like, no, he's at my feet. But, and you're a great teacher, you're a great mentor, you're just great at everything, all around.
Thank you.
He has a way of doing things, and and it helps me. It resonates. It helps my spirit. So just being in a session is cleansing, it's rejuvenating, it feeds my spirit, and it feeds my spirit so much that other people sees it, and I'm able to feed their spirit.
Nice.
I'm able to feed theirs. So would that answer suffice? I mean, I can.
You keep going.
We can keep going talking about energy healing sessions, but they're very powerful.
Okay.
And they're life changing.
Okay. I remember when you first started, I think after the first or second session we had a talk, and I was like, I want you to do meditation, and you were kind of like, I'm not really feeling meditation that much. Do you remember this?
So when I was growing up, a close relative, always told me you should not meditate.
Okay.
Meditation is evil. It's allowing Satan to get into your brain and manipulate you and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I was always afraid when I was younger. I was always afraid to do yoga. I was always afraid to meditate. I was always afraid to think just too much, like to go inside my mind. I was always afraid to do that because I was taught that it was a bad thing to do.
Okay.
So I had to cut that cord that linked me to that child who was told meditation is bad.
Word.
And I cut the cord eventually. But after that, I was still somewhat nervous to meditate because I've had experiences with my meditations. And but initially I was like, I don't think I'm doing it right. So I think that's what you're talking about. I felt like I was not meditating right.
Right.
But I learned how to meditate, how to just, like Baba Bernard said, go into the deep, go into the darkness. He said, when you go into the darkness, there you will find your answers. And ever since I started meditating, I just can't explain. I can't explain how, it's impacted my life. Okay. Meditating. I can wake up in the morning and just go right into meditation. And if I don't do it, it's like my body wants it. My body wants to meditate. My body wants to do yoga poses. I will lay in the tub and I'll meditate and I will do yoga poses in my tub.
In the tub. All right, that's different.
I sure will.
Okay, so eventually I know that you took a class, 2 classes, but you took this.
I'm in the 2nd class right now.
Right.
I'm in Healing the Heart space.
Yeah. Can you talk about your experience with the first class, a 5-week meditation class? How did that go for you? How did that impact your meditation experience?
Exactly how. Listen.
Just for the camera.
That class. Where do I even start? When you asked me about that course, like, okay, I did not know what to expect coming out of the course. I know some of my girlfriends, some of my sister friends, they had taken the course, but like I said, this is all. It was new to me a few months ago. This was all new to me, and when I first took the course, I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to go deeper, finding out who I am, what I need to be doing, how can I heal myself with the natural elements of earth, with the natural elements that I have on my own. And that course was powerful. It was an introductory level course, but I still feel like it was very, very powerful. With the classes, I know I would go to, we have different assignments to do each week. And I would see spirit. Mm-hmm. I would receive messages from spirit, which is very beautiful to tap into your own self and receive messages. And not just let a teacher tell you, oh, this is what spirit is, or it's best for me to feel what spirit is. That's the most important thing. Energy moved. Energy moved like crazy. I thought that I knew what a great orgasm felt like until I had an orgasm in my third eye. And then I had an orgasm in my heart.
All right now.
And
you're making our way around the body.
Listen, I was like looking for, fluids because I'm like, I keep having these orgasms. And the first orgasm I had, I was actually at my job. I was like, what in the is going on? And I immediately sent you a message, Honors, and I text you and I text Dr. Denora. I was like, something is happening to me. I can't explain it, but something is happening to me. Before that, I could feel pressure on my third eye. Mm-hmm. And it would move to the left side and the right side. It would just continue to move all around. And it was, sometimes it would be in a wave-like motion. Sometimes it would be like a thump-like motion. I've had several like feelings in my third eye, and it was over the course of a few weeks. Because it was over the course of a few weeks where I actually had the orgasm. It helped when I did my spinal breathing. You told us to do the spinal breathing, I believe. From one chakra to the third eye, you had to start going out of the third eye. Right. And I would do my spinal breathing in the mirror, and my head would sometimes just
start shaking and all this.
It would shake, and I would feel like a vibration in my forehead. I was like, wait a minute. And you know, that's when I started realizing this is true.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I can't. You need to feel it. You have to feel whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, I would stand in the mirror and do my spinal breathing, and I would feel my head vibrating, and moving on to the deeper side. You know, and I would even meditate with my stones on my head, or wherever I just felt like it, whatever my body needed, I just put the stones wherever. So yeah, I would go out into nature under the sun with my crystals surrounding me.
Nice.
And I would feel light. I would feel like I'm flowing. I would feel high.
Yeah, I remember you had a little time where you was up there.
Yes, and looking back now, it's like I want that. I want to maintain that. I want to always be at that level of life, where I just feel free and I just feel blissful and like I'm flying, like I'm floating. It's beautiful. But I remember one time I had to call you because I was just having a bunch of emotions, a bunch of feelings. I would cry. I had to realize that I was being cleansed, and crying is therapeutic. You're supposed to cry. The time that I'm trying to remember everything that happened this particular time with my third eye. I was lying in my bed trying to get a nap. I could not sleep. I work overnight 10 hours. I could not sleep at all. So I laid down, and I had been doing my work faithfully, you know. I laid down, and I immediately went into another galaxy. I was like, what is going on? And, you know, I just immediately seen like stars, and I was in the dark, and it was like I was in outer space. And then my head, well, first my teeth just started to chatter. Like, it was just, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then my head was vibrating. At first it was moving like in like a sway motion, and then it was like I was like, okay, Kundalini is moving. It is really moving. And afterwards I was like, I feel amazing. But that orgasm, because I had the orgasm more than once. It first moved from here because I always felt like something was cracking right here. I was like, please just go ahead and crack already, because
You get them a narrative.
yes. You know, I have to, you know, I'm talking to people in mid-conversation. I'm like, okay, wait, it's coming through. But it was coming from here, and it was like a smooth sensation, like, and it was very cool. Like, it felt cool. So it moved from the center of my forehead and moved all the way down to my neck, and then my shoulder, and then my arm, and then the middle of my middle finger. And I was like, okay, it's coming. And I was in my job. I was like, I hope people aren't watching me.
So you had a low moment at your job.
Yes. So that was one good time.